Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
Oh my gosh, finally! Oh, I couldn't wait for him to get out of here. It's just been chaos.
I am so happy that Dan is leaving us. I am tired of wearing flip-flops. I have no shoes to wear. I really believe that he has an issue. And I took a picture. I went to his shed. He needs to go. Yeah. I went to his shed and I found evidence of why I'm wearing flip-flops. Flip-flops. Sandals.
I can't find my boots.
It's uncomfortable.
I don't know where my boots
are.
are.
It's so uncomfortable. So look at what I took when I was in a shed. I found our boots. Found our boots.
No way. Those are my favorite pair.
Yep.
Oh,
so I wondered what was happening. He must have been running like
cat-like. He is so fast. He moves so fast. He moves like a cat. And I bet you, without us even knowing about it, he was moving so cat-like fast. He snagged our boots and hit him in his barn.
So we'll get him back.
He needs to go.
He needs to go.
He needs to go.
That would explain these orthopedic inserts.
He's finally leaving. About time.
About Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
Well, seriously? Probably. My kids being born, getting married, and Tiesworth leaving are the three best things that have ever happened to me.
Miss Taplin, how do you feel about Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
Oh, it's about time.
Feel about Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
Oh my gosh. It will be so nice when we don't have to listen to those really long announcements.
How do you feel about Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
It's about time.
How do you feel about Mr. Tiesworth leaving? So how do you feel about Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
Happy. I can't wait to get rid of that guy. Perfect timing.
Oh, Miss Walters, how do you feel about Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
Who?
Mr. Tiesworth?
Oh my gosh, the guy that leaves really long announcements during first hour, interrupting every other day. Best day ever!
How do you feel about Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
Mr. Tiesworth? He's leaving?
Yeah.
Seriously? When did this happen? Is he going somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I better go talk to him. I didn't know that was happening.
How do you feel about Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
Thank God. We never thought this day would come.
How do you feel about Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
Oh, so relieved. So very happy. Number one, I get to get his job, which is in his office. Number two, I don't have to put up with the tomfoolery and shenanigans anymore here at West Middle School. So I'm feeling pretty good about it.
How do you feel about your dad leaving?
Well, now he's not watching me all the time, so that's better.
Miss Myers, how do you feel about Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
Well, let me tell you, not necessarily a man of his word all the time. We had a staff meeting recently, and he promised to bring ice cream, and he didn't deliver, and we were pretty upset.
Feel about Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
I am so glad he's leaving. I'm sick of him. Sick of him.
Well, it's about time.
How do you feel about Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
We've been looking forward to this day for years and years and years. Now we can really get something done.
How do you feel about Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
I think it's about time Mr. Tiesworth leaves West Middle School.
Seriously though, I'm very sad that Mr. Tiesworth is leaving. He's been a great principal, a good friend, a funny man. The school will be not the same without him, but I know that he's doing what he has always wanted to do. Wish him the best of luck, and I hope that we see him. He'll come visit sometimes. Good luck, Dan.
Actually, I'm going to miss him a lot. I'm retiring next year, and Dan Tiesworth is the reason that I stayed in education this last few years, because he was my wing principal. And he made things fun, he made things interesting. He's a great sense of humor. This wing is going to miss him. We have a great replacement coming in with Ryan Ranger, but it's never going to be Ties. So, love you, buddy.
Okay, just kidding. Quite honestly, Dan, I'm totally going to miss you. It's been so nice working with you these last 2 years in the North Wing. Thanks for all your support. I'm sad that I can't flood your inbox with all of my drops in the bucket anymore. Anyway, thanks for dealing with me. Bye.
Actually, Mr. Tiesworth has been really helpful for the pilot program that I teach, especially with scheduling needs and making sure that students with special needs are included here at West Middle School. We will miss you, Mr. Tiesworth.
But seriously, how do you feel?
I will miss his warm hugs.
Dan, we've been together for 8 years, and you have been a wonderful part of West Middle School as well as a deep friend of mine for many, many years to come. I wish you the best of luck. I know you're going to grow and move forward and do great things at Westwoods, but remember the little people in your life, because we got you started, and really it's a special place at West Middle School thanks to your efforts too. Good luck.
Honestly, it's one of the worst days ever. I was devastated when I heard the news. I'm supposed to be happy for you, but I'm so sad we're losing you. You have been the, I don't know, probably star of Titan TV this year in the Joe's Jokes segment, and you've brought so much humor to this workplace. I can't imagine what next year and the year after will be like without you. It's very, very sad to me. I wish you well in your new adventure, but we will miss you dearly.
First of all, Mr. Tiesworth leaving, I mean, it's bittersweet because I'm excited for him because I think he's very excited about being at Westwoods and having his own school. And I think that's going to be a great experience for him, and his children go there, so that's going to be an extra bonus for him. But I'm really going to miss him because he has been an awesome principal. He has always supported not just the teachers, but the students as well. I think he's done a really nice job balancing the teacher viewpoint and the student viewpoint, and I think he's helped a lot of students, especially the students that tend to struggle. I think that he's done a great job taking care of them, and I always think of him as, and I don't even know, I hope he's not insulted by this, but he's sort of like the mama duck, and they're his little ducklings, and they like to follow him around, and they like to hang out with him because he's a fun guy to hang out with, and I think those kids know that he has their best interest at heart. So I'm going to miss Mr. Tiesworth, but I'm excited for him.
Well, in all honesty, I will miss Mr. Tiesworth very much. He has made this place a fun place to work, a safe place to work. He has been supportive and helpful and funny. I think next year when we don't see him in the hallways making his silly faces and telling his funny jokes and just being an all-around great energy in this place, he'll be missed even more. I'm sad.
I will miss you very much, Mr. Tiesworth, and your strong leadership abilities. Good luck at Westwoods.
How do I really feel about him leaving? We're gonna miss Mr. Tiesworth. His sense of humor and leadership has really been something special to be a part of. So, we'll miss you, Ties, big cat.
How do you really feel about your dad leaving? I'm sad that he's leaving, but I know that he's going to a good school.
He will be greatly missed. We appreciate his allegiance to this school, his loyalty to both his students and his teachers, his sense of humor, and his all-around being a very good person. We'll miss him.
I'm bummed that he's leaving. My son's going to be in 8th grade next year, and I was looking forward to his support.
I will miss Mr. Tiesworth at West Middle School as a colleague that has the ability to get things done, but more importantly, I'll miss him as a friend and the ability to share laughs. I wish him nothing but the best. I'm sure I will see him throughout our days here in TCAPS and hopefully in life. Best of luck to you.
Okay, but seriously, how do you feel?
Seriously, Dan, good luck. We're going to miss you at West.
No, seriously though, how do you feel?
We're going to miss him. Mr. Tiesworth has been a big support for me as a new person coming into the building, and I know he's done a lot for the staff over the many years. I think it's 8 years here at West Middle School, and he's going to be missed by everyone. So I wish him the best, and I know he's really going to enjoy elementary school. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
I wish Mr. Tiesworth all the luck in the world. We're really going to miss you here at West Middle School, but I know that you will do an amazing job as a head principal at Westwoods.
So how do you really feel about Mr. Tiesworth leaving?
He's a great administrator. We're going to miss him, but the school that's getting him right now he's going to do amazing things there, so I'm excited for him.
No, seriously though, how do you feel about Mr. Tiesworth?
Okay, honestly, he's a great man. He's a great person at West Middle School. He made me feel welcome the first day I got here. Helped me all the time. Incredibly supportive, great man, and funny. I'm going to miss him a lot. I really am. But I wish him well, and I know I'd be happy this next place. But I'll always miss him for sure.
We're gonna miss you, Dad!